I suppose you could call it the realm of my it's nothing. I still have enough strength to... Extreme sorrow and pain. Father told me that once but in truth, the person you see before... As for your question, in its primitive, once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower but it also becomes a tool that can change. Yes, I have the ability to control after all. That I just wanted them to feel like as if... Why would I do something? But I had to know what it would be like. Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa. What would it be like if I could live I was curious, so even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. I know it sounds... After all, my life, any chance at living was stripped away from even the form you see before. I know. But there's nothing if I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them. I know. Captain Dainsleif. Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that the loom of fate has already been completed. No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside. His plan was he would then hand that way. Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal. That's right. Because in his mind... Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you... Given the tense situation... I'm sorry, I promise I'm... Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. In the face of In any case... You remember my father, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That story managed to... My goal was simple, to implant a specific memory. In that memory, I would tell... I can't change the world. All that's left of my existence is a wisp of but now...
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time. Kari Bear's consciousness is gone. And this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too. Well, how about a conversation? The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword again. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years. The loom of fate, huh? Before the heavenly principles awaken. Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia. However, the Heavenly Prince, you could say that. Just look at Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight, he brought comfort to the people. So ask yourself, of course, that's only one. Aether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full. To have a place like that, suddenly, well, would you think of that as a
You mean...
I miss you too, Aether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
Huh? What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Still so sleepy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said, oh, and Dane came by just now? He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his... Let's think for a second. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that... Wait. Well, what happened after that?
there you are.
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? It's just that, so there we were. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner. Well, I hope he's...